Okay, hey, and welcome to another ICH2 vid. See, look, there's my thumb. Hey, hello. And this is the office, and this is the Engage project, part 3. Okay, so where were we last time? Oh yeah, we made a shopping list, hadn't we? That's right. We had put together a huge shopping list of all the parts needed to run a railway from this side of the office all the way around, all the way over here, across some sort of bridge, and then all the way around here, behind the printer, over to the computer on this side, so that me and Craig can easily transfer the very important distribution of M&Ms and various other confectionery from desk to desk. Yes, very important indeed. Anyway, look, Santa's bin. Oh yes, here we go. £200 poorer, but yeah, sorry kids, Santa's expensive, but we've got loads of track. Look at this, a bag full of Engage track, and obviously I can add that to the Engage track I've got there, and the Engage track I've already got on the desk, still where I had it last. A little bit messy, but don't worry, we'll tidy all that up, we'll sort all that out, and we'll overcome the problems of cables and wires. And by the way, I had tons of people talk to me about, why don't you just buy a wireless keyboard? Why don't you just buy a wireless mouse? People, I'm a gamer, I'm a hardcore PC gamer. Well, I need a really cool wired keyboard, and I need a really cool wired mouse as well. Trust me, you don't want batteries dying on you when you're in the middle of a fight. No. So we'll just have to find a solution to those cables, but it shouldn't be too hard to do. I'm pretty confident we can do it. So how about I look through this bag of goodies then? Okay, well, a drink and a biscuit later, I'm actually finally ready to have a look at all this stuff. So, the first thing we've got to have a look at then is this huge big bag of track. I'm assuming this is all the flexi stuff. Let's have a look. Wow. My gosh, there's loads. Did I order that many? How many did I order? I can't even remember. Oh yes, that's very flexi. Whoa, be careful. 1, 2, 3. I tell you what, I'm gonna do this in Japanese because it's important to be educational as well as entertaining. So, are you ready? Lesson in Japanese. Ichi, ni, san, yon, go, roku, nana, hachi, kyu, ju. 10. Perfect. There we go, just in case you missed it. Ichi, ni, san, yon, go, roku, nana, hachi, kyu, ju. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if you insist. So there we go. 10 bits of flexi track. Lovely jubbly. Wow, just look at that. I mean, can you imagine like actually having all of your track that close and having tons of trains running down that? That would be pretty awesome. Anyway, put those to one side. What else have we got? Well, a bag of stuff. Points that have been elastic banded up. So we've got a whole load of, look, they're all stapled in there. Oh, there we go. So lots of turnouts. So that's a left hand turnout, or set of points. And there's another left hand one, and another left hand one. Whoa, what's this? An actual box of track. I mean, this is what's so cool about doing a project like this. You usually only see these boxes like in the shop. But no, I've got an entire box all to myself. So those are I think they're medium straights, aren't they? I think they're medium length straights. So look, lots and lots of straights. I'll put those over there, like that. Oh, another left hand turnout. Oh, right hand. Okay, that's quite appropriate. Right hand turnout, right hand, right hand. Right hand, right hand. Oh, and another left. Another box of track. Oh yes. What can this be? more straights. I don't remember ordering that many. Is that right? Did I order that many? I can't remember. I do have the shopping list here. Oh yes, of course I did. Look, 36 of the things. What was I thinking? Anyway, so an absolute ton of straights. Oh, some curves. Oh, very nice, gentle, sweeping curves as well. If I show you the ones that you get supplied in the N-Gage train sets, you can see the difference. Just look at that. Much bigger, much more gentle. So much more realistic. Very good. So I'll put the curves there. More curves. Are they the same radius? No, they're not. They're a little bit tighter. So, I mean, what have we got? First, second and third? Yes, I think that's right. If I look, it's the claw. Right, so we've got third radius, second radius, and first. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm pretty sure. So, I'll keep them all grouped together. Whoa! Look at them! Are they, what radius are they? They are first, I believe. Okay, fine. And what are they? They look like, well, they're half length curves, aren't they? I think they are half of a first radius, or they're either half of a second radius, or maybe even a third of a third radius. I don't know. I can't remember what I ordered, and I don't know where I put the list. Anyway, more straights. Surely we've got enough by now. That's ridiculous. And some shorter straights as well. And last but not least, some tiny, tiny little straights. Oh, and some joiners. Some rail joiners. Now, obviously, these little bits of track, you know, the tiny sections and basically the set track, you know, that is, well, it comes pre-equipped, pre-fitted with rail joiners, fish plates, just these tiny little things there. However, the FlexiTrack, if I just hold it up and show you, look at that, it doesn't. It does not come with any at all. So there's just a little bag of rail joiners in there in order to make that dead easy for me. Because to be honest, I'll hardly be cutting any of these up. We just need really long, straight runs of track. So, there we go. That's all of the track. It's here, it's arrived. The next thing to do is the best bit, I think. And that's to lay it. Well, hey, and welcome back to part 2 of the part 3 part of the video. Sorry if that sounds confusing. A whole day has passed, and I'm, thanks to the magic of video editing, back here looking as if nothing has passed at all. Anyway, loads of track all over there. It's all ready to go. The desks are tidy. Okay, there's a few things on the desk there, but we can move them dead easily. As you can see, all the way around, it's pretty clear, it's pretty good. We're good to go, basically. Now, I've still left all the stuff I showed you from part 2 on the desk. It's not moved, it's got a little bit messy, but it's all there, ready to go. And of course, we've got all the FlexiTrack there, ready to go. And here I have my plan. Excuse me, that's my phone, that's Twitter. So here I have my plan, and this is basically what I'm going to do with this. This is just one side of the room. This is just my desk. It is technically 2 desks, but I put them together, so it's one desk, okay? So, as you can see, this is where the monitor would go. I haven't drawn any of the stuff on the desk. I haven't drawn the lamp or where I keep my boxes or anything like that. There's no need, that's just a waste of time. But what I've done is I've just roughly sketched out where I want the tracks to go in red. And here I'm going to have a loco yard with lots of sidings. So as you can see, that's this section here, just in front of the speaker and by my my running Walkman. So that's where I'm going to have a loco yard. And then I might keep a few a few spare wagons in there and stuff. And then this is the return loop. So as you can see, we've got the outer track forming the return loop on this desk, and that's still there. They've got a little bit of overhang, but don't worry, we'll sort that out. We'll make sure it's not dangerous. And then the track that runs in front of the monitor, well, that's basically going to be the loading area. So this track that, well, it might be here actually, or maybe somewhere down here, but somewhere there's going to be a hopper, and that's where you'll be able to pour in the M&Ms and pour in the sweets and Tic Tacs and Millions and whatever you want to pour in, and they'll go into the wagons. And then the track is going to bend to the left and then rejoin. Well, no, scrap that. It's not going to rejoin anything. It's going to go sort of behind this phone here, behind this speaker, and then shoot off over this desk, as you can see here. And just in this gap there, where I've got some paper clips and hand gel and a pencil sharpener, that's where I'm going to have the controller, the Batman controller. And then I think the power cable is going to drop down behind the desk and plug into the wall somewhere down there. And then the track's going to just ever so slightly turn to the right again, sort of here, and then travel along to the edge of the desk, where, if I move my case of CDs, it's going to mount the bridge and go across the gap and over onto the desk over there. So, quite a big project, and I'm going to have to do a similar thing for the other desk, because again we're going to have the two lines of track. Once they've reached this side of the office, they're going to go straight across, turn to the right, behind the printer. We're going to have to do something with the speakers and all that mail in front of lots of Doctor Who figures, all the way around here, and then we're going to have a return loop at that end, just like we've got a return loop at that end. So I guess I need to take the elastic bands off all this track and start fitting it down to the desk. Now, loads and loads of people have suggested that I tack it to the desk. People, I'm not insane. This is my desk, okay? This is a proper work desk. This is where I do all my business stuff. I am not about to hammer nails into my desk. That's just crazy. I'm not going to do that at all, and that would be very, very permanent. I might change my mind. I might decide I don't want the loco yard to be there, and I want to put my laptop there, and I'm going to put the loco yard over here. If I've nailed 100 holes all over the place, I'm going to be a bit stuffed, aren't I? So, I'm not going to nail it down at all. Just like with the conservatory floor, people are still messaging me saying, hey, why don't you nail it to the floor? Because it's a conservatory floor. Trust me, when you see the vids on the proper layout, which is just over the landing, you'll see me nailing track down. But for now, I'm going to return to my trusty friend, Blu Tack. But I'm going to do it much neater. I saw in quite a few videos, especially some by Michael who runs Streamline Trains, that what he was doing was quite clever. If I just take a little bit of N-Gage track here, is you can take a tiny little bit of Blu Tack like that, and then you can put it underneath, just like that. And then that way, it's a little bit neater. Not much, admittedly, because it's N-Gage, so it's much smaller. I mean, if this was 00 gauge, then this piece of Blu Tack would be completely hidden because of how small the sleepers are. Well, because of how big the sleepers are with 00 gauge. But with N-Gage, because the sleepers are so tiny, you can still see it. However, that is neater, so I might do something like that. I don't really know what else I can do. Okay, I mean, I can't glue it. That's far too permanent. As I say, I can't tack it down, but it does need to be held in place somehow, because, I mean, just look at this. Look how loose that is. That's no good. As I say, I do have quite a lot of work to do from time to time, and I need the track to stay still. So, I think it will be, at least initially, Blu Tack. And then if in time I can find something better and even neater, then that's great. But for now, that's what it's going to be. So, Oh, and as for these two boxes here, the Pico set track boxes that all those straights came in, I've got a plan for those as well. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but rather than just ripping them up and recycling them, I think I can do something quite cool with them. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. I don't know what part it'll be, but the rest of part 3 is going to be me laying all of this track, and then part 4 is going to be the bridge, and then part 5 is going to be testing the track out with locomotive, doing locomotive trials and things. So yeah, I better shut up and get to work. Hey, and welcome to part 3 of part 3. I'm gonna have to stop doing that, aren't I? It's getting confusing. I'm listening to some cracking tunes whilst I do this, but unfortunately, because of real stick in the mud copyright people over at the music studios, I can't let you listen to it, I'm afraid. However, trust me, it's really good. I just wanted to very quickly show you that I am cleaning all of this track with Track Magic before I actually assemble it and put it down. Well, I say all of it, not all of it. All the stuff that's brand new I'm leaving alone because it should be fine. But all the stuff that was down and has been down for weeks and weeks and weeks waiting for me to come back to it, I have ripped it all up and given it a good wipe down with Track Magic first, because it does clean it and it adds like a sort of protective layer, a layer on the top of the rail as well, which helps improve electricity conductivity. So that's very, very cool. Okay, so I'm going to assemble the what section is it now? Yes, that's it. I'm going to assemble the actual loop and then put a little bit of Blu-Tack on the bottom of it and then actually stick it down in place and then assemble as much of the rest as I can, and I'll see you again in a second. Okay, welcome back. Again, I've had to pause the awesome tunes, but we're making good progress. It looks like it's quite slow, but trust me, progress is definitely being made. All this is firmly in place. Look at that. I'm not going to wriggle it too much, obviously, otherwise it will rip off. I mean, there's only a little bit of Blu-Tack. However, if I just get right round the back, just here, it's really hard, but you can see just about that that piece of track is really straight. Well, it's about as straight as I can get it. And you'll also notice that I've put down some curves. And then, you see, the outer one there is basically third radius. And then we've got a second radius on the inside. And again, the same there. And then if we whiz over to the other desk, the same there. So we've got that third radius on the outside, and then second radius on the inside. Because these, this is the section where the train is basically going to be going at its fastest, and then we're using first radius for these really tight bends on the return loop and the sidings and stuff. So, well, lots more to put down. So I'll carry on and see you in a bit. Hey, and welcome to the final part of this part of the N-Gage project. It's many hours later. In fact, as you can see, it's night time outside. Yeah, I've watched The Apprentice, had dinner, and lots of other things. It just takes so long to do this. And I've been testing the track out with the Class 150 DMU there, as you can see. So this is our loco yard, basically. The sidings are complete. If I just stand up, you can see them quite clearly. There we go. The length of each siding is perfect for different types of locomotives. So, like a proper big diesel will fit in there easily. And then maybe on this one here, or this one, you could have like a little Class 08 or something. Oh, yeah, look at this. This has been the biggest development. If I just grab my original plans, you can see that I was going to put the controller just there, but I realised and I noticed that I had this little thing in the desk which allows me to just tuck all the cables straight down there and then underneath the desk, so they're out of the way. They are a bit of a mess and I'm going to have to tidy them up at some point, but they're at least out of the way. So my controller sits here perfectly, with all the cables going down there, and I've split them as well. I've split this cable so that one of the cables goes to this rail and the other red cable comes up on this side and goes to that rail. So I don't have any problems with the cables going underneath the track. Perfect, eh? And then I've got the speaker here going to the cable here going to the speaker, and then that's my Walkman, the one I run with, because there's no wires that get in your way and stuff. And that's this little stand, and it's USB powered, and that again just dives down that hole there out of the way and then goes into the back of the computer somewhere. So it's perfect. It's brilliant. This is our return loop, all nice and completed, and then it comes all the way up here. That section there is FlexiTrack, believe it or not, because the set track is about 2mm too long. So that's actually FlexiTrack. It's hard to believe, but it's true. I haven't finished tidying the rest of this up yet, but I will do. And then this is third radius and second radius. And then again, we've got a bit of a mixture here. That entire thing is Flexi, but that's set track, and then Flexi, and then set track. Why did I do that? I don't know. I guess I was just using up spare bits as I went along. And then this bit here is basically as far as I've got, because this is where we're going to have to start thinking about the bridge. And I haven't done any on the other side of the room yet, because, well, it's taken me all night to just do this bit. Okay, so I'm going to have to do another part where we do the other desk, but I'm going to do something different with that. I'm going to set the camera up on the little tripod, put it on the desk, and I'm going to speed up the footage, and you're going to actually see me doing it and see me putting track down and cutting it, because I've been doing loads of cutting. There's little bits of blue tack everywhere, and there's spare sleepers everywhere, and obviously because I've been using these, nope, they're the scissors as well. There we go, they're the track cutters. Because I've been using these, there are tiny little bits of N-gauge rail all over the room, absolutely all over the place. Seriously, so I'm probably going to be finding those for months. But hey, occupational hazard, tough. But yeah, so what do you think? Look at that. How cool is this going to be? This is going to be seriously cool. I can't wait to get cracking on the bridge and to do the other side of the room. Just quickly, before I forget, I just want to obviously show you this DMU here working its way around the track. I might as well, I can do it. I've just hoisted this keyboard cable over the rails using the pencil sharpener, and a pencil case is quite satisfactorily hoisting the cable to the mouse up above the rail there. So yeah, we should be fine. If I just... is it the correct direction? I think so. Oh no, here we go. Quickly. How cool is that? It'll go really slowly as well. Excellent. Excellent connections, really reliable. Nice track work, if I do say so myself. So, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for part 4.